Yay! Keep having all these people tell me they like my intros. I finally got someone today tell me, I hate it when you whistle and you have those horrible intros. I just hate it. I actually was kind of glad he said that because I couldn't understand all the people that liked it. I normally, not when I'm making videos, I normally walk around whistling all the time. I kind of grew up whistling. Guy didn't seem to like it. I don't know why. I have had some scary info out of Canada and Australia. Now, even though I haven't worn a face diaper in I don't know how long, I'm in Kentucky, by the way. I mean, the same is true in Florida. A lot of places in the United States, yeah, including other countries. I'm seeing more concerning stuff now than I did last year. And I mean that. Canadians and Australians, en masse, I mean that literally, mostly through Facebook, sent me information, not like conspiracy nonsense or wackadoodleness, but like hardcore stuff off of Gov websites, G-O-V, you know what that stands for, yeah. Like, this is undeniable, this is on the official website. I'd like to get to those first, and tell me what you think. I'm not going to comment because I don't want to tip my hand and seem biased, which of course I am biased. I'm always biased towards freedoms, however, of course, obviously. Hopefully you would know that. Maybe you don't. Anyway, and you could find this. There's a Canadian official. Once in a while, evil bureaucrats, and they're all evil, of course, evil bureaucrats will tell the truth. And when they do, people go, ah, that guy told the truth. So anyway, there's a ban. I don't know if it's in all the provinces up in Canada, but there's video out there. I've seen the video like several times. Kind of like a fat old bald guy is a bureaucrat in Canada. And he was talking about, the ban on people gathering together. And you'd think it'd have to do with the bug, right? Well, people getting close together. That would have been the narrative. He confessed. No ifs, ands, or buts. He straight out confessed. A lot of Canadians wanted me to talk about this. Straight out confessed that the real reason they didn't want people gathering together is they didn't want them, in his words, spreading false info, talking to each other. And by the way, it's the reason why people haven't been in, pubs and bars and whatnot. People get together, they start comparing notes, and they become reinforcing, in a positive way, reinforcing. When you isolate people, you can really fill them with fear, because when they punish people in jail, I don't know, and I've never been to jail, by the way. When they punish people in jail, they isolate them. We're going to stick you in the hole for about a month. Be very little light. You'll have no human communication. That's how they punish people. And that's how they fearmonger people. That's really the way, because this has been proven true throughout time. If you stick like a bunch of people in a cell, or you lock them up in one spot, it is nearly impossible. Kind of like the Roman fascists. I don't know if you know the fascists. Like, you could break one stick, but if you bundle a bunch of sticks together, they basically become a break. When you get a lot of people together in one spot where they can't move, they're locked up or whatever, it becomes impossible, nearly impossible to fearmonger them. It becomes impossible, essentially impossible. It can be done, but not really. So, anyway, this Canadian bureaucrat, he flat out admitted the reason that you want people together is, he said, spreading false info. What you could read into that is comparing notes and being supportive of one another. And I'll tell you what, that is extremely horrific, frightening, horrible, demonic, awful, abysmal. It's just flat out horrible. It's disgusting. It's about right on the level of Satan's codpiece. Like, imagine the most gross, nasty, hellish thing in all existence, either in heavens or below. Satan's codpiece, that kind of awful. That's slightly humorous. If you don't have a sense of humor, that was meant to be humorous. Here's something else which I did not think, actually I predicted this over a year ago. A bunch of Australians, and type in July the 12th, Australia. This is applicable to New South Wales. On July the 12th, you have to have a Q. It's mandated, or the businesses will be fined up the wazoo. You have to have a QR code. You have to be scanned. To enter, it's like, and if the businesses don't scan you and probe you, I don't mean that literally. Let's say probe you, but I don't really mean probe you. I mean where you get scanned. And they list retail shops, businesses. This is off the government, so this is not like conspiracy wackadoodleness. You just type in July 12th, New South Wales, right, in reference to Australia. And I asked a bunch of Australians. A bunch of Australians sent me this info, and I can find it all over the internet on official websites. In other words, it's mandatory. July the 12th, you have to start scanning people before they can go into retail shops, businesses, supermarkets, shopping centers, gyms, offices. I'm reading off the government's own website. And I even found their Twitter page. And all these Australians on the Twitter page responding to this bureaucratic New South Wales site. It's like, this is crazy. What? Like, yes, this is mandatory. This has to be done. Oh, my God. Manufacturing, warehousing, universities, schools, all this stuff. In other words, it's like you're going to get scanned everywhere. You can't go anywhere. You can't groceries, can't get your hair done, can't take a poop. Not literally, but everything other than, like, squatting in the woods and leaving a deposit, you're going to need a QR code and be scanned. Why don't they just tattoo a barcode across everybody's forehead? Now, I'm not going to tell you what I think about this, but I bet you could read my mind. What do you think about it? I'd love it. I read every comment in every video. It takes a long time, actually, to read. The last time I made a video called What's Going On, and people tell me they love the What's Going On videos. Not necessarily the video and me flapping my lips, but reading all the comments about what's going on. It takes me a long time. Last time I had a What's Going On video, it took me a day and a half to read the thousands of comments, and I read every friggin' one of them. What do you think? Gas prices have gone up like crazy, which I think we all know that. I was looking at trading in my vehicle for a truck, trading it in, okay, not buying a vehicle, all right? The chip shortage, and I'm not really buying the chip shortage, I'm not buying it at all. A bunch of Australians, too, by the way, sent me news info that there is an extreme lack of lumber for new housing to be built in Australia. I don't know, and I don't think much of Australia has a lot of trees on it. I think tell me if I'm wrong. I know Australia has trees, but it ain't a lot compared to the United States. So I don't know where you guys get most of your lumber from, where the hell it comes from. I know New Zealand has a lot of trees. But anyway, there are a bunch of info in Australia. Now, this stuff on July the 12th, I mean, that is major news, and Australia basically never makes the news in the United States. But this is major news about this QR code. You get a scan. Other than taking a squat in the woods, or taking a shower in your own home, apparently you got to get a QR code and be scanned everywhere you go. Otherwise, the business is going to be heavily fined. That is major news. That is horrific. It is beyond horrific, actually. Tell me what you think. Oh, my God. I'm not really buying this chip shortage. I'm sorry, I'm not buying it at all. I could be totally wrong on that. That's only pure conjecture and speculation on my part. I talked to a guy that works at a dealership, a vehicle dealership. He said, we've only got 5 new cars. And of course, I don't know if you've seen, I know it's in many countries, but especially here in the United States, like, used cars are going for crazy, crazy, crazy money. Like, really, really high. Unbelievable. Los Angeles just passed a face diaper order talking about the new variant. Sydney is on, I was told it was a 2-week lockdown, but they said like a 2-week lockdown in various places of the world a year and a half ago. And some folks in Australia say, it's only 2 weeks. It's like, yeah, they said that a year and a half ago, but the last lockdown from, which was like 10 lockdowns ago from here, it's like, it's only 2 more weeks. I got to tell you something important, and I really mean this. I'm not joking about it. I'm serious as a heart attack. I don't really watch TV. I'll have it playing in the background when I'm typing or doing whatever. and I mean this really and truly, that I will see this commercial and it's so startlingly creepy, so like Addams Family horror show creepy. I'm like, oh my gosh! And there's many different types, and it's about getting the magic juice. Yeah, I'm gonna call it the magic juice, right? It turns out that the commercial, but I don't know what it is initially. But now I know when I see this new, super creepy, like really. I mean, it's impossible to describe how horribly creepy, like some sort of dystopian hellscape creepy commercial, like you would see in some sort of post-apocalyptic dystopian alternate universe. It's like now I know. I was like, I'll bet $1,000 that this is a government commercial about how incredibly awesome the magic juice is. And I take no side on that one way or the other. I take no side. And I'm proven right, because right at the end it says who funded the commercial and who's behind the... It's so incredibly creepy. I mean, it will make your backside pucker. It's so creepy. By their deeds shall you know them. And my gosh, I don't put any stock in commercials. All commercials are propaganda anyway, whether they're selling some sort of garbage that you don't need. I know commercials are garbage, but I mean, these are really like dystopian, alternate universe, horrific creepies. Like the only person that would buy it is like a brain-dead person whose mentality is that of Jell-O. They would like watch this commercial. Oh man. Yeah, I agree. Wow. So even though I don't know where it is where you are, even though I haven't had on the face diaper for a couple 3 months now, and of course I am in the South, which is the good part of the United States. This is where everybody's moving to, by the way, the South. Especially Californians, people from Chicago, Illinois, Michigan, New York, New Jersey. This is where they're all moving to. Not me in Kentucky, but the South. Even though things have lightened up on that front, the other front is ramping up hard and fast. And exactly what I predicted about the new variant. Look what they're doing in Australia. And I'm going to make a bold statement here. You could call it conjecture, you could call it hyperbole, but everything that I'm seeing is so far as reset proving grounds. In other words, like we had Bikini Atoll as the proving grounds for the hydrogen boom. Yeah, the proving grounds for the reset appears to be, in no particular order, Canada, UK, Australia, New Zealand. And all of these people from all these countries feed me this information. And it's not like crazy stuff, because I do get links to crazy wackadoodle stuff, especially on like, these weird websites. Like, oh my God, that's just some crazy talk. And I don't buy into craziness. I'm talking about people from Australia and Canada are sending me literal videos from genuine government bureaucrats and genuine government websites, like the New South Wales one. You could find that all over the internet. It's not like there's no conspiracy. There's no wackadoodleness there. That's not really a word. Neither wackadoodle nor wackadoodleness is a word. This is real. It's palpable. It's demonstrable. It's real. None of this stuff is making the news anywhere in the United States. Not that I trust the news out of the United States. It's all corrupt. It's all a bunch of lying filthmongers. I'd put no faith in the news. But none of this stuff, which is really off the scale, is making any news here. Because all these Australians and Canadians and a lot of Kiwis, there's a lot of Kiwis out there apparently that are tuned in, to me talking about various things. So send me this info. The reset proving grounds, as a subjective conclusion, seems to be Canada, UK, Australia, New Zealand. It might be more places. It might be one less than that. It's definitely Canada and Australia, though. And the UK, for sure. I take no positions or conclusions. I don't tell anybody what to do in their life. I don't tell anybody how to live their life. I don't tell anybody what to buy or what to do. I only want to hear what you know, and other people like to hear it also, and I love reading your comments. on what's going on, because I've had a lot of people say, I love these what's going on videos. I love reading all the comments. These videos are not monetized. I do monetize some of my videos, obviously, but I don't monetize this for many countless reasons. So I'm not, gaining from it other than the information I gain that you actually provide. So, and I am an information sponge. Let me tell you what. Not only is my head on a swivel and rotates around like a lighthouse, yeah. Not only is my head on a swivel, but my brain is also a sponge. Always willing to take in logical, empirical, demonstrable evidence and facts, and to make logical, wise, intelligent conclusions and predictions about things. And some of those predictions I keep to myself, like this is going on. But I'm not going to say it, I'm not going to say it, but I can see what's going on. I got my head on a swivel. All these people are telling me information that's not, craziness or, wackadoodle links to weirdness or someone wearing a tinfoil hat or some other sort of craziness. Genuine, real information, demonstrable. Anyway, tell me what you think. Lux Averitas, and I hope you have a great week. Thank you. I was thinking about trading in my because for my farm I need it. I need it for various things. Trading in my Toyota RAV4 for a used, quite a substantially used but decent looking Toyota Tacoma. Yeah, what do you think about that? I was trading in my RAV4 towards a Tacoma truck. I don't know. Don't have any money. It's a very used truck, so tell me what you think about that one. Goodbye.